Okay guys, what does a Mercedes, a cell phone, and a curb all have in common? Stick around to find out. Okay guys, what do they have in common? Well, this morning on my way to work, somebody in a Mercedes was on their cell phone, holding the cell phone like this, talking. My windows were down, her windows were down, and I could hear that she was using her, her car phone. And I can't think, I'm still so mad about it. And she decided to speed up, wasn't paying attention, kind of passed me. The highway is right there, and she cut across. I had to get on the highway anyway, but she cut across because she realized she had to get on the highway too. But when she cut across, she literally cut across almost right into my car. I had to move over some more, and there was a curb for the highway entrance, and it was a high curb. And well, yeah, let me just show you. The worst part about it was the fact that it wasn't just the front wheel, it was also the rear wheel. But I was able to repair as much of the damage as possible to at least get it to look somewhat decent, halfway decent. And this was part of the reason why I decided to go with a cheaper wheel versus the $5,000 wheels, because if I did something like this or anything like that, it wouldn't bother me to get some new ones. But I'm not getting new ones right now, so check out, here's what I did with the rear wheel. So the rear wheel was just as bad, but on camera it doesn't look too bad. Again, I repaired it. You can still see, like, I mean, the rear wheel looked exactly like the front wheel, and I pretty much hit the whole radius of the outside, maybe except for, I can't even tell now, from here to here was the only area that wasn't damaged. So I think I did a pretty good job of at least trying to clean it up. But I'm going to do that to the other wheel, to this wheel, and you guys are going to watch. It's going to be fast forwarded because it takes a little bit. It probably took me about an hour to get that back to where it needed to be, and then some more sanding, and then polish. So, but this one might be a little bit more difficult, but we'll see. So stick around, let me know what you guys think once this video's done. But yeah, that sucked. But oh well. Again, these wheels weren't that expensive, so if I need to get a new front one and rear one at some point, I will. Let's put it this way: at some point, I will get a new. As you guys can see, I taped off the wheel, really to protect the inside. Some of this actually came over on the front wheel, so I have to obviously shape this and then go from there. This really isn't an instructional video because I'm not that experienced at it. I have repaired the other wheels before, but this is my first time really doing it on a wheel that I'm not going to paint. So I have to try to make this look as good as possible. I mean, again, eventually I will get 2 new front wheels, but I just need these to look better so that it doesn't drive me too nuts, if that makes any sense. What I'm doing is I'm using this basic stone that came with the Dremel to get rid of all the burrs and things like that, and try to just smooth it out a little bit before I come back with the Dremel. So that's what you're seeing me do right now. Again, this isn't really an instructional video. I'm just telling you what I did, showing you what I did. But I did have to go up on YouTube to actually look up how to do this better than how I did on the other wheels. The other wheels didn't come out that bad, actually. Now it's time for the Dremel. Okay, here we go. Maybe I should plug it in. This is not fun. This is not easy. I hate that woman. Right now what I'm doing, I'm actually sanding around around the actual radius of the wheel, or excuse me, diameter, sorry. And it didn't even tell me what grit this sandpaper is, but what I'm trying to do is get some of these, there's kind of these, I'm trying to find a good example here. Kind of like these like dead black spots, just because that's where it's lower. So what I'm doing is by hand taking the sandpaper and just trying to get, actually there's one that showed up perfect right there, trying to sand it out as best I can. So that way, I don't know if you can see, where was it? Right here? Yeah. See how easily that went away? There's probably still a low spot there, but this is what the sandpaper is for. So I'm actually going to continue to sand this. Then I am going to wet sand it with 400, then 600, then 1,000, and then 1,500. I dry it off, then 1,500, and then I'll polish it. And the other thing I did too was I actually went around the whole wheel this time. Even though the whole wheel wasn't damaged, it's easier to blend, because what I did find on that wheel is I can tell exactly where I didn't hit. So from here to here is where I didn't hit, and it's almost a different texture. So I'm going to actually go back and just sand down here and then polish it and things like that, and then all right, guys, we're all set. I didn't want to bore you with all the sanding and stuff like that, but I went from basically using 400 grit to 600 grit to 1,000 grit and then those were wet sanded, and then 1,500 grit. And then as you can see, the 1,500 grit got the polish. I am going to put polish on the wheels here. Here you can still see you can see spots here, obviously, where it happened, but you're only going to notice that if you're like really staring at the wheel and things like that. That one person at a show or something that's just like super like in detail, in depth with stuff. So I'm going to clean the wheel because as you can see, I got debris down there, and then put these bad boys back on the car. So yeah, let me know what you think. I am going to be using Mother's Mag aluminum polish, and I think I might actually, like I said, go back to this wheel and get just kind of make everything match somewhat, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, maybe I'm just being too anal retentive, but I do still love these wheels. So we'll at some point, like I said, we'll get 2 new ones, because I'm one of those people. So let me know what you guys think about this video. I still need to put on the mirrors, and Yeah, still waiting for the head. I mean, not the head. Still waiting for the block from the machine shop. So hopefully by the time this video goes out, I've gotten the block back, and then we can start to assemble the motor and things like that. So until next time, like, share, comment, subscribe. Stay safe out there, and make no limitation your only limitation. Does it look like somebody's in that window? It's really creeping me out that it's dark outside. I can't see out, but if I go to the outside, I can see in. It's kind of scary in this neighborhood. It's a safe neighborhood. What am I saying? God. I'm sorry. Man. It's like being in Get Out. Alright, anyway, make no limitation your only limitation. Peace.